if you even want me to give you an insight into the March 11, purported March 11 election, let me give it to you. Like I said, obedience are divided into three. We have the first set of obedience who are self-sufficient. They are self-sufficient and then they go for the best candidate. We have the second class of obedience who don't really are not self-sufficient, but they suffer from the system. And like I said, we have the third class of obedience who are people, leaders, who were part of the corruption, but the thing can't sit tired and say they also had humanity in their heart. Say people they die anyhow and they suffering too much. Okay, maybe we still force them from the same people who they run out before. These are the third kinds of the third class of obedience. Now, let me be very clear. We have obedience who are dissatisfied with the system. Like I said, they were part of the system, they were dissatisfied. So those class of obedience, they are from APC and they are also from PDP. Are you getting it now? Now, there is something that happened in this election. The way this March 11, I want to be particular about Delta State. What will happen in Delta State, nobody can predict. But I will only drop some hints. You see the senatorial election of Delta Central. That will give us a hint of what will happen. This Ede Dafinune election, where he won. What made Dafinune to win this election is because of obedient vote. And why? Because Labour Party did not have candidate for Senate. Take note of that. So after voting for the president and the House of Rep, a lot of persons were asking that Labour Party not get senatorial candidates, especially in my unit. They were asking. So Ede Dafinune was so lucky to have had obedient vote. And of course, it was not a wasted vote because the truth is, if you come rain, come shine, Ede Dafinune is better. In fact, in terms of intelligence, in terms of performance, in terms of family record, it floors Amori. Amori will know his record. So I think it was a good one. Are you getting it now? Now, if you're not talking about the House of Rep, I wouldn't want to go into that because there are other factors that actually affected that House of Rep election. Now, it will not be the same for state election. Now, let me drop another surprise. Before the February 25 election, Agege had more chances of becoming the governor than Sheriff. Clearly, obedience that we are supporting Agege, we are up to about out of 100 obedience, about 60 to 70 we are supporting Agege. While out of that 100, only 20 to 30 we are supporting Sheriff. Take note of that. And the reason is, there is a big reason when you discuss with any obedient, the first thing when they go tell you be this. If they drop two things, they go select one. Sheriff is a loan master. He's a loan master. So the loan issue, nobody wants enslavement in this country. Now, you come to the States, you call a borrow loan, loan upon loan. So a lot of people are dissatisfied with that. And they said, we'd rather go with this one. Even though it's not perfect, I guess it's not perfect. But at least we see the things when they do. If not a lot of good, they carry things, they go self. But at least you see the development, say the thing they work. Are you getting it now? So that has been the argument. That has been the argument. But after the February 25, the numbers of persons supporting Agege from the obedient, now let me come, supporting Agege from the obedient movement has reduced. I will tell you why they've reduced. One, at the one of Sheriff, most of the obedient supporting Sheriff, they actually directly PDP people who are still benefiting from the regime, who are benefiting from the regime, but they're only dissatisfied with the way Okowa treated Ibori or the way Okowa treated Devier. It's as simple as that. So these are people that would still have voted for Okowa if not that he supported Sheriff, meaning they still have some level of sympathy for PDP. So instead of all to lose, maybe we still get this one that is closer to home. And they actually love Sheriff. And the truth is, Sheriff is a likable person. is a likable person. Sheriff is truly a likable person. But leadership is not about likability. It's about the qualities. I've asked a lot of persons. Sheriff Oborogori should, by this time, do an interview or a live broadcast telling all Deltans why they should vote for him. Not be write up, do video, speak English. Then if you want to talk Urobo, address people. Let us see that the leader we want to have is somebody who can address people. Agege has done a lot of interviews. Of course, you can't compare the two of them in terms of intelligence and leadership quality of addressing people. But, like I said, the obedient support network or base for Agege has dropped so much. There are reasons for it. Number one, from the February 25 election, people have now realized that we could just vote parallel for Labour Party. So we could just vote parallel for Labour Party. Why don't we just vote Labour Party, Labour Party, Labour Party, Labour Party? And that is where Kempela now comes in. Now Kempela, he may be lucky, but then this politics or this new paradigm is not just about luck. You still need to do your homework, and that's where I fear for Kempela. Because the truth is, we've expected Kempela to do more, but perhaps he has his own strategy, so I can't blame him. I've listened to Kempela. He talks like Peter Obi. He speaks like Peter Obi. He has the philosophy of Peter Obi. So people want those kind of leaders, those kind of leadership. So like I said, if the support, the obedient that we're supporting Agege, we are 60 out of 100, it has dropped to 40. Remember I told you that Sheriff also have 30. So the remaining 30 are going for Kempela. And they're going to share the vote between Kempela and some other person. So the race is still going to be like the presidential election. It's going to be a 3-horse race. Kempela is still on the ballot. Take note. Kempela is still on the ballot. Whether people know him or they don't know him will not be the problem of people now. It's like a protest vote. We don't want PDP. We don't want APC. That's the issue. So, and the funny thing is this. You not get how you want it. I say again, there is no leader in this obedient movement. You not get who you go give money to say, take. But you go talk to your people. In all day. There is nothing like that. And if I tell you that anybody can predict what will happen in the governorship election, it's a big lie. But this is what I can say. In terms of me giving the poll, I will still give it to Agege. Agege still tops the poll. Agege is having about 40%. Kempela 30%. Sheriff 30%. What happens between now and the election time will not tell who can swing the vote. But for Sheriff, I think it's a no-no. So the election is between Agege and Kempela. That's it. Sheriff will try, he will try. And I like I said, I like him. But leadership quality and the loans he has been borrowing, the loans are too much. They're too much. We will not accept that. And like I said again, what will actually make a lot of persons also not to vote Agege for the governorship is what has happened at the top. The impunity of APC is too much. If you want to talk, you can talk. Oh. The impunity of APC is too much. If they can do this when they are not yet in power, what would they not do in terms of the Tinubu gang and all that, and those connected to him? What would they not do when they are not in power? So that has also affected Agege. But also, I think I also give it to Agege because I did not hear of any intimidation from Orogun. Before the election, there were instances of obedience being returned from Orogun. I posted it because I don't see PDP and APC people talking about it, mentioning my name. Yes, I posted it and I forewarned that it should not happen because if it happened, we will retaliate. But to my surprise, there was no intimidation of obedience in Orogun. I did not hear of anyone. No obedience actually made a post or called us to say that obedience were intimidated in Orogun. So what I see is that this election is still a 3-horse race from 60% to 40. Kempela is in the race, 30%. Sheriff, of course, you don't see remain 30. Nothing changed for Sheriff because we don't already know that one before. The loan's too much. So people are saying, instead of this one, we'll just go for this one. So for Agege, it is not a walkover. There is still the possibility of Kempela swinging it over. And that's how dangerous this new political era is. Let me see some comments. I can see, as an obedient, my vote, my governorship is for Labour Party. I don't even know about as protest to say no to APC and PDP. That's Lucky of Uzere. What did I say? If you had asked Lucky, I've spoken with Lucky. Most of these people now actually Agege people before the election. But with what they don't do for the election, Agege chance don't reduce well. Now Kempela is on top. Kempela is on top. It's not a party issue, but it's an issue of these people, their own don't do. Their own don't do. It's too much. You see? So, all these posts one that they make, obedience, and now we believe on that. Now it's too late. When I not believe us, it's too late. When I don't lose them. Oh, now don't lose them. Maybe the highest one I go do, when I go replicate what happened for Lagos, beat people, bring thugs. Maybe now what I go do. Because I must tell you the reality. Because I've been saying it. That reality, that truth is a reality. You can only ignore it at your own peril. If you ignore the truth, you will face it. You can only postpone danger. When you postpone the evil day, it will still come. When we talk on this is a joke. So this election, Sheriff level day inside for now. Now you're 30% to get. Agege you don't reduce go 40. And it depends on what will even happen. Kempela may swing it. But as I conclude, let me tell you this. The election may not even take place because we just watch them. The election may not even take place. But even if it takes place, I just told you, it's highly unpredictable because it's going to be a 3-horse race. As for House of Assembly, anywhere when Labour Party get House of Assembly, if you be APC or PDP, just forget them. You don't go. You don't go, except you are from the core rural areas, like all those who get south. You are from the core rural areas. All those areas that when they say some political leaders don't catch people life because of some peanuts. And then they be like say they know everybody as family members. That's the only place. But when you come to the urban areas, it's going to be a very difficult one. And then again, I'm coming back to Peter Obi. We have not given up hope at all. We have not. And then we appreciate all obedience who have made sure that we format the brain of those following these politicians when they sing their praise. They don't tell them the truth because of money. When they collect, they don't tell them the truth. Their own are just to talk. Waiting leader go here. Now it don't declare. Now they don't come. Now they don't deceive themselves again. I just saw one. He said if Obi must win, he should align with Atiku. Atiku who? Align with who? That one wants to say Nigeria. They want to align with. That one wants to say Nigeria. They want to align with. I be you know what your kilometer talk. That one when wants to say Nigeria. Now Obi want to align with. In fact, the day Obi want to align with her, the obedient movement will shift from him. It's a very simple issue. This obedient movement is more than Peter Obi. Peter Obi happens to have the parameters that fall into the obedient ideology, and that is competence, capacity, and then of course content. Competence, capacity, content, and that empathy, very important. A leader that has no empathy cannot lead Nigeria. A leader that has no empathy cannot lead Delta State. You just borrow. You don't care whether they pay this money or not. All you care about is to win election. Enough of this impunity. Enough of this retrogressive politics. And you know the funny thing that is, you see, I've told us, when an oppressor wins, when an oppressor carries the day, you clap for them. I just look you and I laugh. The person use oppression to win person, you call the laugh, you call the clap. Now your mumu na even strong pass. Because one day go turn on you, the we too will go laugh you. That's how it be now. So we must follow principles. We must follow the right ideas. So I begin to look at people. You say, now say B, we go tell them. You know they tell anybody anything. To even start with, even if you bring devil, call rule Nigeria, if you feel survive, I go survive. If you can survive it, I will survive. I will. How much they I don't understand. Even if they carry the whole earth give you, your next door neighbor called the suffer. What's your gain? Because at the end of the day, we put in leaders who will give us peanuts, and then we don't care. All we know to do is to defend them. We keep defending. We keep, even when we know the truth, we still keep defending. How it be now? This one are testing, not testing the mic, not testing. Because Nigeria, as we move forward, we're not going back. We're not going back to Egypt. So I want to really appreciate all obedience. I want to appreciate especially the Yoruba speaking people. They are intellectuals. They tried. Obasanjo is a Yoruba man, but look at what he's doing. So this is not about tribe. It's about doing the right thing. It's about doing the right thing. And then even in Delta State, like I said, Sheriff, personally, I like that man. The way they do it in some, but then when you come to leadership, it's not about selfish interest. They say politics is interest. This will not be interest. If my interest cannot align with the national development of Nigeria and the prosperity for Nigeria, when they're causing a prosperity for all Deltans, they're not causing a prosperity for some few persons. Now they kukukodo. What do you kodo do for this matter? Now kodo people want shop. What do you kodo do for this matter? What do you kodo do? It tells you the philosophy that you bring in. Ukodo, meaning they go just share the money, they just share and share and share. Whether data develop or not consign on that, it's bad. Search your conscience. Search your conscience. If this thing you are doing, your children will be proud of you. Search it. Search it. And like I said, whether you bring Sheriff or Koru Delta State to, you bring Agege Koru Delta State to, you bring anybody when you bring come. If you can survive it, I will survive it. You not consign me. But we have to do the right thing. Like we said, we are vote wasters. We want to waste our vote. But at the end of the day, couple like say those when they waste vote, couple plenty pass, those when to say they get PVC. When I say obedience not get PVC, obedience I be. As if obedience came, they are aliens. As if they are not Nigerians. Because people they verse. People they verse. And when they tell you now, when I just do this thing well, because if they're not doing well, the country, if anything happen, now everybody there inside though. So please, let us do well. Hey, I see what you flow. I see what you. Why would they tell them since they not believe? They say obedience. They say that social media. I be. He clear. So we are brothers. Like I told, in my polling unit, the guy that I sat close to is an APC guy. They sent him a message that whatever is happening in the polling unit, he should give them feedback. But he could not operate the phone. And they tell you, he could not operate it. He could show me, say, bros, how I want to reply these people. So I told him to scroll back. That he's going to get a phone number. Because I wouldn't say because he's an APC person, I should not help him. We are all brothers. We are all Deltans. We are all Nigerians. What we need is the best for our people. Not that we hate anybody, but we hate what they are doing. We don't hate them. We only hate what they are doing. And we say enough is enough. If we not like, when I celebrate declare somebody winner of president, it not concern me. All I know is that this freedom is a long walk, and we will surely get our freedom. At least our voice have been heard loud and clear. Again, I repeat, there may not be any need for March 11 election, but even if it comes, it's highly unpredictable. It's going to be a 3-horse race between Agege, Sheriff, and Kempela. It is more in favor of Agege and Kempela than Sheriff. I leave you to give your comments. And I know, sir, if I don't do this video, those who go hate me go plenty, but I don't care. I don't care. I know a lot of persons who have called me. I know a lot of persons who have reached out to me, even politicians who have said, come and work with me. I said no. Because I know if I work with you, I don't go get my voice. I know if people talk like this. I can't sell my voice now. My voice is not for sale. It's for the people. It's for the future of my children. I remain Councillor Dennis Agori, an obedient ambassador, an obedient soldier. I was part of the NSAS and was still here marching on. That shows you the consistency of what I stand for. Thank you. God bless you. I remain Councillor Dennis. Thank you. Rendodo. Now so, now Peter